Club Scrap here in Neenah, Wisconsin, and I'm about to show you everything shipping from the warehouse in April, and we are very excited about this collection. If you happen to be a member and you really like to be surprised, I advise that you just go do something else right now. Go eat your lunch with some friends. Don't stay. But if you want to see what's coming your way, or if you're curious about what's coming your way in April, hang out with me for the next 15, 20 minutes or so, and I will spill all the beans about our collection that we are sharing with you in the month of April. The theme name is called Coming Up Roses, and this has been a collection I've been wanting to do for a long time. And the colors are just very rich, very saturated. It's scrumptious. We're just going to love it. So as we're gathering in here, I'll just give you the agenda for the party we're having here. The first thing I will show you is the page kit, all of the goodies, ribbons, and things that come in it. And then I will show you the instructions and the pages you can make if you follow along with the workshop video and all the steps, all the instructions. And then I will show you the card kit and the cards you can make. Once again, if you follow along with my video and the printable instructions, then I'll show you what you can make with the stamps. Oh, a note to my friends. I think I need the sheet of stamps. Otherwise, I can just use my one from my DVD case that I have here, but I forgot to grab the sample of the stamps. If you want to just bring that in, Karen, that'd be awesome. Speaking of Karen, she's just down the hall here, prepared to help with providing links, and Julie is also online with us, and she will be able to answer any questions that you have. After I show you the stamp card samples, I've got some other things happening at the warehouse I'm going to show you and tell you about. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this day. I'm so glad you're here. So, gosh, we have 70 people already gathered to find out what's coming. I think you're pretty curious. That's fantastic. Thank you again so much for joining us, no matter where you are. If you are new here to Club Scrap, please let us know you're new. We'd like to give you a special welcome. And as always, another reminder, if you have a specific need or question that needs to be addressed by our team, we prefer that you send it to us directly so that we don't lose track of the question. And Karen just brought me the stamps. So yeah, thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. Okay, you can look at those in a little bit. All right, I'm so excited. I just love this collection. As I mentioned, I've been wanting this kit for a long time, and Jacqueline, our designer here at Club Scrap, since 2009, if you can believe it, has done, as always, an incredible job. So what I'm going to do is have you take a peek at my ceiling here, and then I'm going to show you my table, and then I'm going to zoom in, hopefully. There we are, looking at this gorgeousness. I always like to start with the page kit. It kind of gives you a good idea of the color palette, the prints, all that good stuff. So you're looking at, for the very first time, the prints in the Coming Up Roses kit. And oh, aren't they just beautiful? Now, if I hold this really close, I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see, but there's a really subtle background of poetry by Keats here in a script font. There is this lovely fabric-like texture added, and then we've got this framing floral print going on here. So, so lovely. And then the companion print to this, the text is also in the background, extremely subtle. We've got that texture over everything and some larger flowers here on this one. Love, love, love it, right? I'm going to just kind of move my camera just a hair over. Let's see if we can. It's kind of, my tripod is a little bit wobbly today. Okay, now we need to take a look at the plain papers. And if you're new to Club Scrap, you also want to know that this is like an 80-pound cover weight is our standard. Sometimes we can't always find colors in that exact weight, but we typically use a cover weight for our page kits so that they're nice and sturdy. This lovely orange here is new to you, and it has this a linen texture right embossed right into the paper. Again, a very heavy cardstock. Then we have the perfect shade of red, if you ask me. I mean, there are many, many shades of red. Some have more pink, some lean more toward the orange, and this warm shade is a perfect match. Then we have a nice brown, light brown tone, and then the dark brown. Just kind of warm everything up. So, so beautiful. Now, we have our cut aparts as well. And if you've been around here, you know that these are included in every kit because this is the magic sauce. This is what makes finishing the pages with our kits so quick and easy. because you don't have to hunt down things to use for titles, for embellishing, for enhancing and complementing. The cut aparts really do the work for you. And we will use every little piece of art on these 2 sheets to finish our pages. You're going to love that. Also, to help extend how far your paper goes and to speed up the process, we include a dozen photo mats. This month is no exception. We've got the 3 each of 4 different colors, also from the kit. Then our Craig selected some stunning ribbons as always. This is a nice wide orange tone in the satin, and we always get a double-faced satin so that when you make bows and things, you don't have to worry about the wrong side of the ribbon showing up on anything. It's always going to look nice in any direction. One thing that I want to quick share, a little tip, that ribbon does have grain just like paper. So whenever I make a bow out of our beautiful satin ribbon, I always make sure I'm working in the grain direction. You can see it right here by the way the ribbon curls at the end. Then we also have another favorite of mine. This is like a silky, it's not satin, it's a silky feel to this ribbon, 3/8 inch wide in that beautiful red tone. And then once again, this is that gold infused, it's a gold metallic woven right into the brown that matches, again, perfect match. Love it. For goodies this month, we have these darling little red velvet bags, and Jacqueline designed, this is so clever, on the cut aparts, you've got this size perfectly to insert into the bag. It says pull and then the weeds and enjoy the flowers. So this is hidden, but you can see the word pull and you can see the word inside. I thought that was so clever on her part to come up with that. Also a huge fan of these really sweet frames. These have little roses on the corners, and in the video for the Page Kit workshop, I talk through how to find the perfect measurement to fit something inside the frame, whether it's a piece of art or a tiny little index-sized photo. And you also get 3 of these gigantic, look, it's like the size of the palm of my hand, these beautiful roses. If you're a card maker, believe it or not, these are so flat and lightweight, I think you could actually get away with popping these onto a beautiful card. So, and to mention then that all of the things I showed you, because it's a monthly kit, the ribbon, the velvet bags, the charms, the big roses, the cut aparts, and the plain papers, and the prints will all be available to be purchased separately. So if you feel like you want to stock up on a few extras of these items to have in your stash, that is available as long as supplies last. And then for my newbies, I just want to stress that we put a lot of effort into helping you use everything that comes in the box. So here I've got the instructions, we've got the QR code that takes you right to the video workshop, precise instructions on how to prepare all of the papers. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4 papers are trimmed. The 2 sheets of cut aparts are trimmed. Almost 0 on the scrap this month. I think we just have this 2 tiny little 1/4 inch pieces, and then that shows you exactly how to assemble those pages. So I'm going to get rid of the kit components here and show you these layouts and how I've just dropped those roses. I'm going to grab those before I forget here. Okay, that happens. Here are your first pair of pages. And again, utilizing everything coming in the box, the cut aparts. Those longer cut aparts are so nice for like arranging space on a page so it's anchored and makes sense. We had some fussy cut florals here that really help enhance that little cut apart over there. And now here you can see I used the 3-part bow technique, and I do have a video that talks about how to make that, but I just love that for an embellishment when you use the wide satin ribbon to make that. And check out my adorable little frame. I've got a nested photo mat in there. I'll tell you my secret right now. If you have a ruler that has millimeters on it, that's how you're going to get that perfect size, okay? That really helps. Don't be afraid. I'll show you how to work with it. It's very easy. Again, this jumbo embellishment here was added with my bookbinding glue in the needle tip applicator, believe it or not, and that's not going anywhere. So I just found all the surfaces that would make contact with the paper and added a really thin line of glue to that and set it down. And then here's another free tip. I used my sand-filled tape dispenser to put some pressure on it, and now it's good to stay. If you happen to have one of those little, let's see, paper distressing tools, I have one that looks kind of like this. In fact, this was a goodie in a kit, man, like in 2003. But that creates that distressed edge look, which is also a prominent art element in the collection. And over here, of course, the slot punch in action, making a tag topper here for me where I wrap the ribbon around to the back. Jacqueline even designed a little art for the front of the velvet bag and then the insert as well. That's how that's going to work. Here's another one of those frames in use. I actually tore the paper itself here for a nice look on that layout. More slot punch use with the ribbon. And of course, the goal is that you have plenty of space for your pictures, okay? We try to make that happen, and in the event that you have a lot of pictures, then you can just put them right over the top of the ancillary artwork that we added for you as well. That extra art is just designed to get you through a layout if you don't have enough pictures. Here again, you got plenty of space for your photos and your little insert. You could even put a picture in there if you wanted. Oh, here, I took a spin from the Julie ribbon trick where you tie one piece of ribbon inside the knot of another, and I just slid this through the cross ribbon in the two-part bow. Isn't that sweet? So another fun ribbon idea. I will talk about it more, like I said, in the video workshop. Now, as a member, every single month, you also get this bonus page formula. Don't forget about downloading him. It's included with your membership. So if you pay and receive your monthly kit, this is included. It's more than just a layout sketch. Remember, you got your not only what you need to gather, but exactly how to trim it to recreate that page. So here we go. I went ahead and used the orange as the base. And yes, isn't that beautiful how the print works in here? We've got it matted on this side. Again, you know, sometimes in these you have even more room for photos. So speaking of, Karen went ahead, and I don't want to hear any excuses about, I don't have girls, I only have boys, I won't be able to use this. Check out little Patrick, looking all like a football here. It's the cutest shirt I've ever seen. I mean, really, look, I think it's the brown, right? It's all about color. So don't be trapped by the theme into thinking it's not going to work for anything I have. I think you can safely trust me when I say that you will always be able to find a home for your pictures on our pages. Okay? I promise. Next step, we have the beautiful card kit, and I'm very excited about this guy. So let me just quickly review what's in that. Always the envelopes, 12-pack of envelopes for each of 3 sizes to reflect the sizes of the cards we'll make. Here's the beautiful print. And again, we're continuing on with our choice to switch this print from the card kit to the text weight. And there is a reason for this. It's because we do a lot of beautiful layering, and the more layers you add with that 80-pound cover weight paper, the heavier the card gets, the more of an issue it can be in our lovely US postal system. So the text weight here also allows for some really fun folding I wouldn't normally be able to do with text weight, and you're going to see what I mean shortly. Of course, you have 2 each of all of the kit colors in that cover weight and 2 sheets of those mapped out cut aparts. I dedicate at least 1 full day of every month planning how all of this is going to work, because I really want my card makers to be confident, to know that when they grab our kit, follow along with the video workshop, they will be successful in making cards. So that's your inner and outer sentiment for every card, or it's the cutting map you'll need to use to recycle the formula to make, stamp your own cards. Where I happen to find a sheet of dazzles that have beautiful roses and leaves on them. So, so pretty. And can't wait to show you how that pans out. 2 yards of the 1/8 inch double, let's see, this is taffeta. I can't remember what this ribbon is. It is, I think it's taffeta. 2 yards of that. A 3/8 inch brown grosgrain, and then the gold edged double-faced red satin here. Those are your card kit ribbons. Couldn't resist these lovely ivory satin flowers here. And then a set of 4. Everything comes in 4s in the card kit because we make 4 of each card. That way you can do them all the same. These are a round craft scalloped edged tag. That is your beautiful card kit. Remembering too that we have the instructions. These are pretty involved. Like I said, I spend a day working on making all of this come together easily for you. Got the video link right here, detailed trimming, and then assembly instructions. Taking a look at the cards, haha. Oh, we've got some fun stuff. So remember I said with the text weight print, it allows for some fun folding. I made a little belly band for this, used the Julie ribbon trick here, and slide that off. You can see the gorgeous dazzle stickers at play. And then when I open it, It says on the front, a little birdie told me it was your birthday. Perfect for spring. And I was like, whoa, a talking bird. Isn't that fun? Oh, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Super quick and easy. You're not going to believe it. It's a fun little pop-up, and it kind of looks like a bird beak, if you ask me. I had so much fun with that. You're going to make two with that sentiment, okay? The little birdie told me it was your birthday. Two of those. And then today only happens once. Again, more dazzles here with make it amazing. And then just some detailed fussy cut florals that I added that were extra. I hope you like this card structure. It is a blast, I promise. And I've got it. It's super, super easy. Just, I hope you believe that. Okay, now the standing double box card. This is a riff on a card we've done in the past. I keep improving how it's engineered. I do enjoy that. Like, oftentimes I try to recycle past formulas, but there will be something I want to make better. And this one, I really like the measurements on this and the way it stands horizontally. Finished size on this is 4.5 by 6.25. It's got your two layers here. I've got a lot of great tips to help make sure this assembles well. The importance is that this is placed in the right spot so it doesn't fan out past the edge of the card. So I thought about all those things and maximized, once again, all of the trimming that you need to do and the scoring so that you can be successful. You'll be swell, you'll be great. I can tell, just you wait. That's from the song Coming Up Roses. Okay. And then we have No Words, Just Hugs, Thinking of You. So appropriate for countless occasions. I think these cards won't last long once you make them. They're going to be sending them out. Lastly, I'm doing the a quilted 5 by 7. The measurements on here are so mapped out that it will be that perfect spacing, the elusive perfect spacing. I got it figured out on this one, plus some of that print is going to be layered on. This is a 2-inch quilted edge thin metal die that I found in my stash that worked perfectly. If you have a 2-inch punch, or you can also do it with scissors, it's framed out so you have 3 different options: a punch, a die, or simply scissors, which I think y'all have scissors. And 2 of them are sympathy and the others are birthdays. Love these. They come together very quickly, even though they look pretty labor intensive. We also have something you can subscribe to. We call it Pops. That's a pack of panels, and you can see a generous helping here of the 4 beautiful colors. I want to also point out that they are different sizes, and it just kind of depends on the size of the full-size parent sheet we start with each month. And then these are great for using with your die cuts, right? Or punches or projects, panels for your cards. We always send our Julie a pile of pops so she can work with them to make her cards from the stamps. So here we have the beautiful sheet of stamps. I got 10 images on here, some really nice sentiments and images. Now, I have to say, I wasn't sure how this was going to pan out as far as when you stamped it, how it was going to look. So the sample comes in. We have them make just a handful of these stamps. We test them to make sure they look great, and my jaw dropped when I stamped these images. They are stunning. So let's take a look. Here, Julie used some gold embossing powder and bleach to remove some of that brown color from the inside of the rose. So it's sort of like a reverse coloring. I don't know. Okay, then check this out. I love this. These are the Dazzle stickers from the border strip there, added to the satin ribbon. I think that's so stunning. Just our simple red ink, earth ink here, and then she added some texture with an embossing folder to this and this one. Look at that. That's zero effort stamping. Just add some brown ink to the stamp and stamp it and walk away. Add your sentiment and you're done. Right? Isn't that? We got some white pigment ink, very, very subtle on this one. It's getting a little washed up by all the light here. Here we have, again, red ink on an ivory panel. You can't go wrong. She added some Dazzle stickers as leaves. How sweet is that little idea? Corner wrap with the ribbon. Again, look at how pretty that is. That reversed floral image with some texture in the background really, really worked. Thinking of you. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? I hope you love these stamps. I've already used them a ton. For example, after I made the cards, I did finally try the little technique that everyone's been doing with the scraps. So I took my scraps from the card kit session, stamped today only happens once onto my panel, matted it, make it amazing. I used a leftover flower. How pretty is that? I also had another formula I've been working on. I just want you to see how stunning these cards can be. I'm so thrilled. I got these stamped inside too with that panel. That's the future formula, my friends. You'll keep watching for that. More news coming from the clubhouse soon. Oh my goodness, that was fun. I want to show you one other thing. I went ahead and made a handmade album, and I just wanted you to see we have a lot. If you don't want to make pages or you don't want to make cards, but you like projects, we've got projects like crazy around here. So I did go ahead and make this. This is going to be a this is very similar to a project we've done in the past, but I'm showing this to you kind of in advance of its release just to give you an idea of how cool this kit looks in any form, whether it's pages, cards, or projects. So check out our store. You can find projects. There's a whole tab of projects that you can look at, and they all help you use one page kit to make a project. Plus, you might need some other things like mat board or bookbinding glue, things like that. One other item on the agenda I want to remind you of is that earlier this month we did release a special collection, a special release. It's kind of a remix from a kit we did in 2020 called High Tide, and then we remixed it so it was High Tide Remix, and now we're calling this one The Tide is High. So it's a fresh color palette, a fresh design on the prints, some fresh quotes added. So if you've been somewhere warm and sunny for spring break, this is the kit you're going to want to have waiting on your doorstep when you get home so that you can scrapbook those amazing spring break memories, or maybe you're taking a cruise or you've taken one in the past. Go ahead and grab that The Tide is High kit um, to finish those memories. We've got it all laid out for you. And again, with the video and some fun goodies in here, I will walk you through making all these pages. We can do it together. I have a friend who told me that she made some cards and she said, I hung out with you today. I made your cards. Okay, I'm back. I'm not even all red in the face. I'm a little warm. It's always exciting. But the more times you go live, like the better it feels, right? If anybody out there, do you go live on anything? It can be kind of anxiety producing sometimes. So we're getting the hang of it around here. Be on the lookout too for other lives that we have coming. We're going to be scheduling a little bit of a live website tour. Julie and I are going to hang out, and also another live workshop that we're just going to do here. And we'll give you a supply list to gather up, and then we'll make a project together. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. And a reminder too, we had Sheila Meggs Gibbons here with us for a live earlier this month to help us organize a little bit with our spring cleaning. And she has a decluttering challenge, but I think it's just a good idea at least once a year to think in terms of decluttering. There are no rules really, just maybe spend 5-10 minutes in your craft area decluttering and tidying up so that we can get another fresh start to a season. And also, if you are thinking about placing an order, I just asked my team if there's any special message they have for you, and it was simply place your orders soon because there's going to be a lot of work the way the shipping day falls next week, Tuesday. The sooner your order is placed, the easier it'll be for us to fulfill it and set it aside for you. So that means that if you are a member of Club Scrap, you can place an order today and say, ship with my next kit, and that's what hopefully will happen. Just make sure the name of your order that you place matches the name that you have listed as your membership, first and last. Believe it or not, the orders are sorted by first name, and we can't change that for some reason. We prefer last name, but I know there are so many things in your control, right? My goodness, I had a lot of news for you. I hope you love that Coming Up Roses collection as much as we all do here at Club Scrap. And then make sure you're on our mailing list so you can stay tuned about other videos and happenings coming from the warehouse here. Thanks again for joining me, and thank you to my amazing team.